Hello friends! Apparently that's me live for another Sunday, and what we're going to be doing today, bit of fluff attached to this. I might have said it wrong. Last week I thought I'd got the chick box from the Makerss. This is a Makerss felting kit, but it's actually the large hare. Now I know this is going to be a big sculpture, so we'll see how much of this we can make in a live session, but hopefully it should be fun. It's years since I've felted a hare. Oh, excuse me. Right, hopefully that says live. So, who have we got in the chat already? We have Lena, hello there. Heart and Soul Creations, hello from Virginia. Lily Tree, hello there Lily. And G Morgan's early for once, excuse me. Allergies. Freaking everyone out when I cough. I have allergies, that's why the eyes are watering too. Javier, hello there. George on the Rocks, hello. And Javier, are we live? I sure hope we're live. Hopefully we're live. It's looking all good here, but if we can let me know in the chat as usual, because I freak out about this, if you can let me know if everything is working fine, and we'll get into it. And yeah, okay, right, we all know there's this global thing that I'm not allowed to talk about on YouTube, but just wanna ask how everybody's going, what's happening in your country and everything, if you're all doing good. I've been wondering, and possibly to my other YouTubey friends as well here, if people have a plan, maybe if you go live, if you're planning to go live a little more often. I hadn't thought of this, but a couple of my friends are already having to work from home and things, and they're kind of... Now, I work from home, I work by myself, I'm kind of used to this, but people who are used to being out amongst people all the time are kind of getting a bit cabin fever already. So I wondered about maybe doing a few more check-in live videos, just for a bit of company for everybody, and if everyone else who does lives considers doing the same. I don't know, that just might be a little something. It's not it's not actual companionship, but it might help people out a little bit. But that was just my thinking anyway. As we're going through the felting, I'll talk about some of the other things, if you're selling online and stuff, what things we've got to be considering just now. But let's get into the box. So again, this is the Makerss kit. I've bought this one, although I believe we've got a surprise coming next week, but I'm signed up for the monthly subscription boxes. So we've got a little fun thing to make every month. I really love the idea of this. So it's got all the supplies, and in your first box I believe you get all the tools as well, but you don't get all the tools every month, because then you would be like swimming in felting needles. But you get a project every single month, which is such an awesome fun idea. So let's open her up, and on the side here it shows you what we're going to be making, which is the large wire hare. As I say, I don't know how long this will take, so we might not get the whole thing done in one go, but hey, that's kind of cool. Right, let's open her up. Let's see if I can do this and show you what's going on. Oh, yay! Cute! I heard of a surprise. Spread the needle felting love with this heart mini kit for your friend. Oh, that is so sweet. We love to share, and we know you do too. This gift is on us for you to give to a friend who might like to try needle felting, or even our boxes. We've included heart instructions on the back of our newsletter as well, so you don't miss out. So the kit's in here for everything for somebody to make. That is cool, right? I have to think who's going to get that. That's cool. So it contains the wool felting needle and instructions. That is so cute. Awesome. I'm definitely going to pass that on to somebody. And what else? Yes, so we have the instructions for how to make the hearts. That's something we can maybe do at a later date. And then their usual newsletter with all the wonderful... really cool things. And I know if you don't follow the Makerss, they've been doing workshops with, I can't remember the guy's name, but he does the most awesome work, and he's doing workshops of a tiger, and it looked amazing. I really wish I could have gone, but yeah, awesomeness. So if you're interested in needle felting, especially if you're in the UK, I would follow the Makerss. There is a link in the description of this video. But anyway, and then now we've got our lovely box packaged up with the red tissue paper, and it does come wrapped in red brown paper, brown paper that's red. Does that make sense to anybody? With a little Makerss sticker. Their branding is awesomeness. I really should take a note from this. But I had to unwrap it a bit to find out what box I was doing before I made the thumbnail for this. Oh, I'm ripping the tissue paper. Let's see what we've got. Yeah, so we have another little newsletter. Put that down there. Little newsletter with instructions of what we're getting. Oh, and the instructions for the hair is on shiny paper today. And there's even, oh, really cool, there's even a little ruler along the top. That is very cool. The girls, the ladies, I know people get offended with girls, but the ladies at the Makerss think of everything. So what have we got? A load of wool and eyes and wire and all sorts of things. And this should end up being 35 centimeters. So it's a biggie, and it's a level of a crafty beginner. Excellent. Ooh. I'm having a clumsy day, this isn't going to go well. And then advice on the subscription boxes. And I believe we might be getting the chick to play with at a later date. Right, I'm just going to check the chat before we dive into the rest of this box. Let's see what everyone's saying. Yes, we're live. I should have actually checked we're live before I carried on chatting. Canvas and Chroma lives in Washington State. Everything is shut down. You had the first known case here. Yeah, I think Scotland, we're on about 35 cases or something. We're behind England because we're a smaller place, but it's gonna happen. Haley, hello there. Lena's been working from home for over 2 weeks. Oh yeah, it's tough, but it's the sensible thing, really. If you can do it, it makes sense. But yeah, it can be a little bit isolating if you're used to being in an office with loads of people and things. George works in retail, wearing gloves and not touching his face. Oh, the not touching face. I should have a sin count here, the number of times I touch my face. Washing my hands though, but yeah, I especially with my hay fever, with my allergies, I'm forever rubbing my eyes. Haley just started the Highland Cow yesterday. A little bit behind. I had good fun with the Highland Cow. I'm looking forward to seeing how the hair does. Javier is confined at home in Spain in a state of emergency. Staying home is strongly encouraged. Yeah, I didn't realise you were in Spain. Yeah, I've been seeing the news. Spain's catching up in not a good way to how Italy's going. But Europe's gonna, the rest of Europe, including the UK, is gonna get there, and it's one of these things. It travels about, but. Yeah, it'll pass. But yeah, it's not great fun. So hopefully, if we can all do what we can just to sort of keep in contact with each other. Diane, hello, you're welcome. Lena's looking forward to this. Awesome. Lisa, afternoon, Pam and all. And we have another Pamela in the house. Awesome, from Silverton, Oregon. Lena, love hair, haven't made one, so looking forward to this. Awesome. I've made some hairs in the past. I think I sold my last hair, and he was huge. It's like the biggest project I've ever made. It just got a bit out of hand. That's why I use wire armatures now, because I tend to get a bit out of hand with things. G Morgan just had a press conference to say schools will be closed from at least Wednesday the 18th until the 27th, with reconsiderations to see if they stay closed longer. Yeah, I know a lot of people here angry that our schools aren't closed. I don't have kids, so I don't know how to feel about it, because the problem is when you close the schools, then the parents have to do something with the kids, so it's kind of, yeah, it's still tough. Oh, Barbara, thank you so much. You are fabulous. Thank you. G. Morgan, working on a book cover, testing the pattern. Easy peasy. Awesome. Haley, I love to go to one of their chat and stabs. Yeah, that would be so awesome. I think that would be really cool. Canvas and Chroma, asking Barbara, she's from California, how are things? Are the stores empty? Yeah, the panic buying's a bit crazy. I'm not too bad because we're in a small area. I'm just outside Glasgow. We're in the biggest, most populous area in Scotland, but we've got a lot of supermarkets. So I've been able to buy everything that I've needed to buy. Oh, fidget. You know how this goes. So I've been able to buy most of what I need, but I think you can't necessarily get the brand of toilet paper that you might like, but thankfully not too bad. And hoping that resupplies in the stores will start before we run out. The only problem is here, slightly kind of political. What tends to happen, what we've seen in the past, like a couple of years ago when we had really bad snow across the whole of the UK, Scotland, like the Highlands up where my mum is, are totally prepared. They've got the right trains to deal with the snow and everything, so they shouldn't have been sort of shut down. But what happened was it's decided that the south is a bit more important for these things, so they took our trains and took them down to England so that England could keep moving. So my fear is they'll resupply the stores down south before they will us, but we're not out yet. So, and it's just, there's no reason to be. We're not shut down in any way. It's just people freaking out and buying 200 rolls of loo roll. Seriously? Susan, hello there. George on the Rock lives in Chicago. Both parades and dyeing the river are cancelled. You dye the river? That sounds so cool. But yeah, parades and things. It's stuff. I think in Scotland, it's been decided that any gatherings of over 500 people are cancelled. And a few of my friends run clubs and put on events and things, and they've tended to cancel what they were going to do just to be safe. Diane, just getting the felting tools ready. Awesome. Dawn, yeah, 60 something in the first case in the Highlands at Inverness. Yeah, it was bound to happen. We're a small country, sadly, but well, not sadly, we're a small country, but yes, that was going to happen. Barbara lives by Yosemite. Is that how you say it? I'm terrible at words. And people are coming from the Central Valley to wipe us out. The stores are empty. I was trying to wipe you out. I was thinking they were just like coming and coughing on you or something. But you mean the shop? Yeah, people who've wiped out their own area are coming and panic buying in your area. That's rubbish. G. Morgan's in Minnesota. The cases are around the capital. You're nearly 300 miles north. Cool. Yeah, that's it. It's spreading out into other places, but the big cities are always going to be hit worst because lots of people together. The Junking Data Girl, hello. Okay, I'll get back into the rest of the chat later because I know this hair's going to take forever, so we'll get into it. And that is some bag of fur. We've got some white core wool, probably a nice kind of browny colour, and a little bit of black, and yeah, there's some black, grey and nice white as well. The wool smells good. Oh, and here's my little freebie. Oh, that's super useful. A little bit of baby pink, because I do in my tiny sculptures, I really have to get a bin down there. I'm just dropping stuff on the floor. In my tiny sculptures, I can actually show you. When I do them smiling, they have little pink tongues. So I never need to buy much pink, but I need pink. So that is super useful. That's my wool. And what is this? This is the glue in eyes. Oh, what size are these ones going to be? I'm going to have a nosy at this. Rustle. The bag's sealed up too well. Oh yeah, these are bigger eyes. This is about a, I don't know what size. That's about a centimetre, I think. But yeah, cool. If we can see them, yeah. So we've got eyes for the hair. I will put them there and probably immediately lose them. And we also have some cotton wrapped wire, 2 long thick bits, a shorter thick bit. It's not too, I worry about the big sculptures that the wire is going to be too stiff. It's got to be stiff enough to hold up, but not too much. And then we've got a little bit as well. I'm wondering what this is all going to be used for. This is exciting. All right. There's my instructions. We'll get started and then I'll dive back into the chat when I'm doing the pokey stuff, because we know I can felt and talk at the same time. Oh, cool. We've got a pattern for some of the sizes. That's handy. Okay. And there's some instructions of like how to wrap wire and stuff like that. Ah, cool. Right, take the shortest piece of wire, which is for the ears. I'm gonna get my pliers. I'm organized, kind of. I found my pliers. Bend about a centimetre at the end in on itself. So we're just gonna bendy. Yeah, it's a tough wire, but not too tough. That's perfect. I tend to use garden wire and all sorts, but this is a kind of cotton wrapped wire. Take the ear wire and one of the longest wires, bending each gently in half to find the middle. So middle of the ears. And for anyone wanting to know, this wire is 75 centimeters and the little wire is it's about 8 folded in half, so that's 16. So it's about 20 centimeters and about 75 centimeters. There's a chance wire can break if overhandled, so double check the instructions before bending the wire. Yeah, I didn't do that, did I? Wrap the middle of the ear wire around the middle of the body wire so it's attached. So this is a fiddly bit to try and do on camera, but I've got the two together, and I'm just going to take one bit and go round, and the other bit and go round, so they're kind of there we go, it's a rabbit. Oh, see, I'm not even looking at this properly, so it's supposed to be wound round so it's across. Oh, this looks complicated. I'm liking this. Anyway, right, so we need the core wool, which is this fella. I should read ahead of these things, I know I totally should. Tear off a small piece and wrap it tightly around the joint for extra stability. So, I'm just going to do a quick kind of crisscrossy all over here. I'm not totally right with this because I didn't read the instructions first, because I'm in too much of a hurry to get started. Okay. Okay. So then we're going to make the head. I think they do fold the ears up out of the way. So leaving a loop of the wire approximately 3 to 4 centimeters across, which is not hard to do because this doesn't want to bend too much. twist the wire together for approximately 4 centimeters. Right, first of all, that's about 4 centimeters. That's perfect. Excuse me. Oh wow, this is quite hard. And oh, excuse me. Yeah, this is firm wire. That's firmer than I'm used to, but still, it's doing the job. Twisted part creates a long neck, the characteristics of a hare. So it says 4 to 5. I'm almost spot on. There we go. Take the remaining shorter piece of wire. So that's the long piece, that's the shorter piece. And this is supposed to be about 50 centimeters. Where did I put my pliers? Oh, there we go. And bend 4 centimeters gently back at both ends to form the paws. So we're just making a big loop, kind of like that, I think. Okay, so take. Get all my wool out. So this is the main colour. This is the rabbit colour. Take about 1/5 of your main wool. Okay. So that's about 1/5. We'll say that's a 1/5. Tear off a thin strip and wrap it around the bent part of the feet. Okay, so I've got to wrap this around the feet until it comes to about 1 centimeter thick. Right, I can do that and talk to you when I find where my mouse is. Where did we get to? Claire, hello, from Kensum, next to Bath, England. Oh, don't know that, but cool, hello there. I know Bath. Dawn saying possibly 12 weeks off for the kids. I think I'd rather take my chances. Rosemary, just started your hair. Looking forward to seeing mine. Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing mine and yours. Forever Felt, Lancashire in England. Awesome. Anyone, if you see me doing stuff wrong here, tell me, because I'm reading and talking, and yeah, I'm gonna mess things up for sure. Hayley saying even the Forester Dean's gone mental with panic buying. Yeah, people are idiots. There's no nice way to say it. Okay, so I think I was supposed to do that. Bend the wire tightly in itself and make a smooth paw. And add bulk to this until it gets to the thickness of the template, which I'm practically there. So yeah, this is making a thicker bit for a paw, and then I'm going to wind down a little bit for the legsies. I'll smooth it off with felting because I'm not very good at actually wrapping things. I deal with it better when it comes back to the feltiness. Right, and then yeah, that's about the size of the paw. So I've just got to do that again on the other one, but I'll just felt this for a second. Canvas and chroma. would have been fine, except a few Americans are buying pallets of the things and hoarding them so all the shelves are empty. Yeah, that's just so selfish. And I've heard some people have been trying to buy things up and then sell them at a big markup, which is revolting. That really makes me angry. And I'll mention it now for people who haven't seen it. But if you're selling online, especially on Etsy, everywhere is kind of banning now any kind of that illness related stuff. So don't try and make money from the disaster. Also, as you're seeing, I'm not mentioning the name. YouTube doesn't want us to either. I'm not trying to cheat the system by not saying it. We're talking about our lives and things, which is perfectly okay. I'm not trying to put up a video mentioning the name to try and con extra people in to come and watch me because of this. We were all going to be talking anyway. Where is my mouse? Because it's such a big project, I'm covered in wool and wires and everything. Ooh. I keep losing the start of the chat where I'd got to. Diane, schools are closed in Greece for a week. Only 4 cases so far in my town. That's not bad. Hopefully it can stay. If you're in small places, hopefully it can stay reasonably good. Just taught your son to use Photoshop. Awesome. It certainly is. You know, positives out of everything. If you're going to be stuck in, especially with the family, rather than killing the family, it's a great idea to learn to do something different, or to, you know, just teach yourself stuff. I mean, okay, none of this is ideal. We all know that. This is not awesome. This is not fun. But it's a good time to do some of the things that need doing. I'm thinking spring cleaning the house might have to happen because I am a bit manky. So yeah, that would be good. And I'm lucky. I've got a garden that's nicely secured, so I can have the back door open and let the dogs play and stuff. I might even see about planting up some nice things in the garden while stuff's quiet. But yeah, at the same time, you know, like I say, a lot of my friends are kind of freaking out a little bit at being away from work and away from people. A few events that we're supposed to be on have been cancelled, which it's not nice, and especially if that's your only time to go out and see people and stuff. So yeah, make sure and stay in touch with your friends. We have Skype, Facebook, all the ways. We have YouTube where we can talk to people as well and just check in on everything. And yeah, hopefully we'll be okay. But yeah, it's just important to keep busy, keep happy, and don't panic. That's it. I should literally just have that on my channel for like everything, just the big don't panic button, because it's all can do. Canvas and Chroma, it doesn't have to be that way. Yes, panic buying and people being idiots. Yes, it doesn't have to be. And yeah, just, you know, get what you need, obviously. But yeah, don't go overboard. Oh, yeah, Mum's saying Dawn's not far away from her. Yep. Mum's up near Inverness as well. That's Mary Duthie is Mum, for anyone who don't know. Don't know. Canvas and Chroma, Americans have never had to deal with the real horror like war or famine, starvation, and they don't know how to handle it. To be perfectly fair, most of us in Europe are probably too young to have dealt with a whole lot either. There are countries that have it far worse than than us. And yeah, you're quite right. We're panicking, or people are panicking because we've not had to deal with it. I'm sure most of us grew up with grandparents who had a cupboard full of all the necessities you needed just in case. And even when I was a kid, it was more common for the power to go off, so you were a bit more prepared in winter just in case. So yeah, we're just not used to being prepared. So we've just got to maybe think a bit more sensibly. And then you've got the other people, the folks that are expecting the end of the world any minute and have bunkers full of all the goodies. So that some people are probably a bit over prepared. Marjolin, did I say that right? What a lovely name. Hello there. Down the Wabbit Hole, schools are still going in Alberta, Canada. Gatherings of over 250 are prohibited. Yeah, I think these things are changing minute by minute. So I think at the minute we're gatherings of over 500, but I think that's going to drop pretty soon. Barbara, oh, thank you very much. Marjolin, lots of panic buying here too. Yep. Yeah, people, what can you say? The majority of people are idiots, except for you guys. You guys are awesome. G Morgan, we're supposed to meet tomorrow night for an artist meeting planning session. Maybe 10 coming, but you're figuring it'll be cancelled. Yeah, 10, that's the case of, knowing your risk, because that's my day job working with dog training. I see 2 or 3 people at a time, so in general we're kind of keeping up with that, because it's not the other thing. It's really important, if you're not shut down and everything, to get out in the fresh air. There's a bit of sun happening just now, so even if you are sort of avoiding people, getting out a walk in the country or something is good for you. Right, where did we get to here? I've got paws. I think I did the paws right. They'll take some more felting. They're a bit uneven. Repeat for the back legs. Okay, gotcha. The bigger stuff for the back legs, we're going to do the same thing, but just make them much longer. Oh, cool! This is fun. Ugh. Okay, so we're making the fatter bit of the paws, but then the back legs are going to be much longer than the front. Cool. I'm going to stab myself in the eye with a needle, I've got to stop doing this. And how much of the wool? About a quarter of what is left of the main wool. That much. Roughly. Alright, I'll get on with this and then check the chat as well. Lily Tree, no panic craft buy. No, everybody panic craft buy. It's a really awesome time to get a little kit or something that you were wanting to try, stock up on stuff. Because, right, yes, there's that does remind me. One thing I was going to talk about that people have asked about is shipping. What to do, international shipping and things, because travel and things has been shut down in a lot of places. We all know this. And what to do with shipping? Well, I've checked all the websites I can and everything, and most of them are still saying freight shipping is still happening, but there may be some delays. Things might get stuck in customs a little bit longer. So basically, if someone orders from you, I'm going to say if in your area it's okay for you to get out and send it, get out and send it. But be aware. I think there's some areas, I was watching some people in China, in some of the areas of China, and they're only able to obviously get in sort of important supplies. They can order food and stuff, but they're not going to get in other things that they've ordered. So something that you send might get caught up in customs, or it might get caught up somewhere, but if you can, still send it and it'll turn up eventually. Or message your customer and say, you know, let me know when to send it. But we've still got to keep on going as best we can. Etsy advises similar, is contact the customer. If you're stuck, if you're somewhere that you can't get out and do these things, message your customers. Everybody knows what's going on, so they're not going to be mad at you. But just message them, pop your shop on vacation or whatever, and yeah, hopefully this will blow over soon. We'll find out. But yeah, panic craft buying, absolutely panic craft buying. This has to be the best time to get yourself a maker's kit and make something. George on the Rocks, people are selling stuff on eBay and Amazon at outrageous prices. Glad Amazon are cracking down on it. Absolutely, yeah, that's totally, don't like that. And yeah, well, hopefully those people will get booted off Amazon and eBay. And if you see those kind of shops, just make a mental note that you're not gonna use those shops anymore, because yeah, I think trying to make coin when there's a bit of a disaster going on is, yeah, okay, we're in a capitalist world, but it's a rubbish thing to do. So yeah, don't. Basically don't support the people that are doing that. There's shops out there, I just saw on Facebook, there's a shop kind of local to here that's giving out free supply. They've kept back like hand sanitizers and masks and things and giving them to the elderly for free and stuff. So support those kind of places. And yeah, if you're not shut down, support your little local shops and things, because they are going to suffer way more. I've got friends with their own businesses. Well, I've got my own business, but I've got friends with their own businesses local that are really fearful, just because they don't have the same kind of buffer as a big supermarket. You know, your house might be on the line or something if you've just ordered in lots of supplies for a big job and you can't do it. So yeah, look out for the local businesses. Whoa, we're going to go off on loads of tangents today, aren't we? Marjolin, gotta love unpacking the Makerss box. Absolutely. I think they put in such a lot of work into making the boxes. Like I say, with the all the branding things, it's wrapped up in the red paper, which is exciting already, with a little sticker on the front, so you always know it's from the Makerss. And then you've got the real box inside with a sticker, so you know what's in the box, and then the red paper and everything else. Yep. Canvas and Chrome, I haven't been to the fabric store in 3 weeks. Oh no, you gotta get out there, get some fabric. Yeah, unfortunately it's really sad. We used to have an absolutely awesome craft store not that far away from me, just down the road a bit, and it was huge and fantastic, but a couple of years ago they shut down, so haven't got that. And we've only got there's a big Hobbycraft, which I don't know if that's like, it's one of these big chains. I mean, it's good, but it's not so great, and it's the other side of Glasgow, so it's quite a drive to get to. So yeah, I do love that we've got places like the Makerss that I can get stuff from. World of Wool I get a lot of stuff from, and Wingham Wool if anyone's in the UK. Not sponsored by any of these, but they're all really good companies. And little plug, because I've not plugged them for a while, if anyone's in America, definitely, well, anyone's anywhere, I do find Glass Eyes online are fantastic for getting your glass eye supplies. Not only are they good, but if you didn't see a year or so ago, I did a whole interview with them. I got to meet them on on Google Hangouts. We had chats online, and they're lovely people. So I think that makes the difference when you're ordering stuff and you think it's a big place, but then when you meet the actual people and you find out they're just like a lovely couple doing it all by themselves. So it's much nicer to know who's doing these things. Right, I think I'm supposed to make these back legs a tiny bit longer, but I can do that in a minute. Okay, it's saying lay the legs on a felting mat. I don't know where my felting mats are just now. Well, I've been using the Makerss eco-friendly mat. I used that. I've been working on the cat's heads from a book I just got, so I know my eco-friendly felting mats are up the stairs where I was filming. Right, let's see where we've got to. Shoulders. Lay the front legs between the two wires. Where did I put the body? Oh, it's going to be one of these. Here it is. Right, here's the body. Lay the front legs between the two wires of the body, pushing them towards the head. Wrap the front legs once around the shoulders. Yeah, so that's the front legs, yes. I always find wire so fiddly to work with. Lilytree, if for those that don't know, Lilytree makes some absolutely wonderful wire wrapped jewelry tutorials that you absolutely need to check out. Her YouTube videos on that. But I don't know how you manage to do. I am terrible. I hate doing the wire the wire wrapping of my felting. My hair looks like he's gonna go boxing for sure. This wire is tough to bend. It is indeed. Twist the body wire together to help hold. What I'm gonna do, I think I've not quite done that as I should have. So I'm bending the legs back through the gap in the wire, and then the body wire, and then we're gonna twist the body wire to secure this. Oh, this is really stiff wire now. I was saying it wasn't too bad. It's pretty bad. Twisting for about 15 centimeters after the front legs, which is 15 centimeters is about that long. Bit more to go. I'm trying to twist as evenly as I can. I'm no good at twisting. And yeah, we've got the ruler on each page, so this is really cool. Just a couple more twists and that's about 15 centimeters. Yeah, I'm really liking this, having the ruler just there. Now fasten the back legs as the same way as we did the front legs. Oh, still got a needle stuck in it. Okay. So I'm gonna go. Oh, you're a fiddly little guy. That's why I don't like using thick wire. I'm not good with it. But twist the legs round that way. Twist the legs round that way. And then I'll just pop them through the gap so I can twist and secure. This is not exactly how the makers are telling me to do it because I'm not very good at following instructions. Wow, he's going to be so big. I'm not used to making things this size. So like I say, we might not be able to finish him in one go, but there we go. Wrap a little wool around the shoulders and the hips. And yeah, I'm just going to cover all of this with some brown. That's a workout. Right. Yeah. So back to the chat while I do this. G Morgan's saying to Lily, I went panic buying for yarn yesterday with no luck. Oh no! That's no good. See, it's different. Panic buying for food or medicines, no, but buying supplies, that needs done. Lily Tree has no brown wool, no eyes, and only some small pipe cleaners. This could be interesting. Hey, I'm I'm expecting some kind of random crazy pink bunny rabbit. So I will warn you all, hopefully next week we'll be doing a chick. So chick colours. But yeah, generally what I've done when I'm following along with Serafina Felting, I think she's changed her name to her actual name now, but she's Serafina to me. I'll generally do it in half the size that she does it in, because I don't actually like doing big sculptures. I like doing little ones. But yeah, I tend to do sort of half the size and try and felt along with her, and it doesn't work because she's a wizard. And I know her videos are like cut, you know, they're edited, but not that much. But yeah, it's absolutely bonkers how quickly she can felt things up, and I try and keep up with her, and I still have to pause quite a lot. But I definitely don't do them the full size that she suggests. I could never get that done. I'm going to, yeah, I've got a more stabby needle because we're doing something quite big. So my for making small dogs needle is probably not the best. Yeah, this is a bit better. So we can get some of this done. Hopefully what, oh goodness, we're nearly an hour through already. Hopefully what we can do is get the body looking kind of hairish, and then maybe do another video to work together and do a head. But yes, I just want to get all these, I'll get the legs done at least and smoothed out, and then we'll see where we're at. But yeah, I mean, obviously this is going to take longer, although we did the cow pretty quickly. But yeah, I want to make a nice hair, not a rushed hair, so we might do this in 2 parts. I've never done a live felting over 2 parts. But yeah, let's just get him covered a bit. And also, I'm loving this. This is exactly not how I would make my armature for the hair, so I have no idea how he's going to turn out. I love that they do it very different from me, and we still end up with awesome results. But yeah, this is exactly like following Serafina. I don't really know where it's going. Well, I can sort of see the hairiness, but I'm looking going, there's no way his head and ears are going to work out of this. They might not. I might have done it wrong. They're probably sitting watching me going, Pam, you've messed up again. And if that's the case, I can cut it off and fix it up. Oh, I'm catching my needle while I'm trying to wrap there. George, yay, you have pliers. I actually have like 3 pairs of pliers now. I found my pliers, but yes. I have pliers, I have wire cutters, I have all the things. Skywolf, it looks like an alien. Yep. The magic of needle felting. Always things look terrible before they look good, which is, I think, a lot of people give up because they're expecting them to look good, like to look like what they're supposed to look like, and they always go through phases. I don't really have any dogs I only have, this one's not looking too bad, a dog in progress, but it looks like a dog at this point. Oh, let's see. Good. Right, so this isn't the exact breed that the one I'm going to show you is, but it's a similar kind of thing. So they go through these bizarre ways, and you're going, it looks kind of okay, a bit like a duck, and then you just got to keep going at it, and once you put all the hair on and everything, it starts to look a little more like what you want it to look like. But yeah, I don't even know what this looks like just now. Oh, Pamela, thank you. The guest artist at Makerss was Kayoshi Mino. but yeah, look up his name, what Pamela's put up there, and his work is amazing. Really beautiful. He's got some videos on YouTube as well. Just does really awesome things. And I would have loved to go to his his class and meet some other felters. The only people I've met who are needle felters are actually people who I've, my friends who I've forced into giving it a shot. But I haven't met any other needle felters out there in the wild. Oh, stop jumping, chat. Oh, stop it. Skywolf, can you do a needle felted galaxy and an art doll one day, please? Absolutely. I've done a couple of dolls. I did the ballerina. Yep, and what I've done, like the Jack Skeletons and the Sally dolls, but I do have a plan. I have been working on faces and things, so I'm going to do some tutorials on how to make faces. I won't say I got great at it, but I was kind of good at that. But a galaxy sounds fun. One thing I've been toying with the idea of as well, if any of you are on YouTube for any length of time, you'll have seen that there's been trends going around. Well, last year, I'm very late to the party, but there was trends of everyone doing Bob Ross, the painters, like following his tutorials. And I wondered about following a Bob Ross tutorial to make a 2D painting out of what he was teaching. I mean, obviously, it doesn't all work the same. You can't blend colours. You can blend colours, but not the same way as you can with oil paints. But I thought that might be a kind of fun sort of thing to do if that was something you fancied seeing. But yeah, galaxy. I have lots of cool galaxy colours. Now, do you want a 2D galaxy or like a, what do you call it, where all the planets, like a mobile kind of thing? That could be kind of cool too. Choc Mints, I believe that's Pat. I'm trying to remember names and I'm terrible, but hello, finally managed to join. Thank you so much. Awesome to see you. Lisa, I felt shame just buying my regular amounts of loo roll. I know, yeah, you feel bad. Like, I was going into the medicines aisle just to get some of my allergy things, but you kind of feel like, I don't want people to think I'm buying up paracetamols. George, planning doing a couple of videos that offer support on painting uplifting rock paintings. Awesome. I think that's a super idea. Good idea if we can all support each other as well, and we can watch George's videos and everything. But I think it's a cool time to try and be creative, doing all this, passes time, reduces stress, creates something hopefully awesome. So that would be cool. Lena, we should not kiss our pets too. Apparently in Hong Kong a dog was infected and the owner got it. I believe that the World Health Organization said they don't believe the dog, although the dog tested positive, what they believe was it was just like a table can have the virus. Somebody who had the virus was in contact with the dog didn't have the virus. We should all do good hygiene around our pets, but yeah, I think people were kicking out pets and things. I don't know if I read that or imagined that, but people were kicking out their pets at some point. But we don't need to, as far as we know, although this illness has come from animals, it's not come from cats and dogs, and they don't believe that cats and dogs can get it. But But yeah, I mean, you should always practice good hygiene around your pets. But I am still going to continue kissing my pets long after I stop kissing other people. I'll take the risk. I'll take the risk with my dogs. I'm going to cuddle them and I'm going to continue to be as affectionate, whereas I might avoid shaking hands with people. Surrender Singh, hello there from India. Good to see you. Lily saying to George on the Rocks, I felt a bit weird publishing a crafting video, but I figure if people are stuck at home, having crafty stuff to do can only be a good thing. Absolutely. Look, how I feel it is, I mean, it's not much different for me because I'm in crafting anyway because it's my job. But if people are stuck at home and they're wanting to watch things, then it's not trying to cash out on a crisis. It's sharing things, it's giving people things to do, and it's you getting on with your life as well. You make videos, so keep on making them, and it's cool to watch. But yeah, if we can carry on being as normal as we can be, but giving people inspiration of things to do, I think awesome. Yeah, get there, posting your videos. I am Molly, hello there. Lily Tree, this hair is going to be huge. I know. Choc Mints. I've done workshops booked at an outside venue coming up. I'm wondering if they'll get cancelled. I understand the worries, but wish people were being a bit more sensible. Absolutely. Yeah, it depends what the government decide to say and what the event creator thinks. I think outside venues are going to be, that shouldn't be a huge issue. I mean, yeah, we'll have to decide what our risks are, not only to ourselves, but, obviously, if you're around vulnerable people like elderly or immunocompromised, that word, then be more sensible. But if we're fairly fit and healthy, don't go around licking strangers or something. I'm gonna get demonetized for saying that. That didn't come out how I wanted. But yeah, don't be crazy about it. But yeah, don't freak out too much either. We've got to live our lives, and the sad thing is, some of us have got to catch this as well. That's how it goes. But yeah, hopefully won't be too bad. George on the Rocks, yeah, creating reduces stress. Absolutely. Oh, my mic a bit quiet today. I'll see if I can put the mic up a bit. Hold on. Can I do that? Right, is that any better? Right. I'm not very good at this whole trying to do everything all at once. The mic's a little bit further away from me, but yeah, sorry, hopefully that's a better sound. Or I should have warned you all before just doing that if you've got the sound up really loud to hear me. Any excuse to panic craft by, absolutely. And Chocoments went out for more craft supplies yesterday just in case. I don't think I need to. Right, here to my shame. I have to pull out my screen so I can see what I'm showing as well. But I have those are my supplies that I'm reusing right this minute, and then I have the shoe over the door shoe holder that's exploding in wool, and all these boxes are full of wool also. And in the cupboard that you can just about see there, yeah, in that cupboard, that's full of wool too, and I've got wool upstairs. So I might last a couple of weeks with my wool somehow. Canvas and Chroma, there was a guy in the US that went out and bought thousands of bottles of hand sanitizer. And then Amazon caught him and booted him off, and now his house is filled with products he can't move. I have no sympathy at all. Yeah, there's business opportunities, then there's being an arse. Completely agree. Yeah, Yeah. There's no way to nicely say that, so I won't say what I was planning, else this video will get demonetized. Margarita, were you accepted to the ETSU instructor program? I was. I thought I wasn't, because a few people were posting about the ETSU thing and saying they'd been accepted, and I didn't see an email anywhere, so I was feeling not quite in the huff. I don't like to think of myself as feeling entitled or anything, but I was like, I want to do this. I could be good at this. This could be cool. So I was quite cross about it. And then I thought, okay, no, because they said that they'll be accepting other people through the year. They'll be taking on other people, because the rules of it sort of are, you've got to, you're not considered an actual instructor until you've given a course, you've presented to people about it. So I think what they're thinking is that some people are obviously going to drop out. Not everyone that's accepted will do it. So they said they would be accepting people throughout the year. So I thought, right, Pam, go and be proactive about this. So I messaged them, not to say where is my invite or anything, but I was just like, when are you letting people know? I think it's a really cool sounding thing that I would love to be a part of. And they got back to me like super quick saying, no, we've already sent out. We've sent out and we've accepted you. You're part of the course. And I went and looked, and it wasn't even in my others box. It had gone straight to junk, which I hadn't noticed, so I pulled that out. I was like, yes, so I am accepted. I haven't seen anything else about the courses or anything, but they wanted to know your like t-shirt size and stuff, so I'm gonna be getting an Etsy t-shirt which is totally crazy. But yes, I'm accepted, but I've not seen any of their training yet, so I can't pass anything on. But as soon as I do, as soon as I find out what I'm allowed to do, they are wanting us to share it, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to sort of share sort of constantly as I go along, or if I have to do an actual, put it all together and do a bigger training or something. But I'll share whatever I can whenever I'm allowed to, basically, once I start getting the training. I comments, love wool to wool, waiting for an order to arrive this week. Also Wingham wool, yes, I use Wingham wool a lot. And the felt box, yes, I've used them in the past too. Yeah, we've got lots of cool places. Wilder wool I actually heard about years ago when we went to a festival of wool in the Lake District called Wool Fest. What a mad, crazy life I lead. A festival of wool. But World of Wool were there with lovely variegated colourful wools and stuff, so that's when I found out about them. But yeah, all the others have awesome things as well. Dawn took a second suitcase to the States so you could hit up Joanne's and Hobby Lobby. How did you find the American crafty places compared to ours? Because Hobbycraft is pretty amazing if you've got a big one by you, compared to what we used to have as sort of craft places. And some of them are like 2 stories with lots of craft stuff and everything, so shouldn't complain. But if you haven't seen the videos, a few people I follow on YouTube have like gone over to Japan to see some of the craft stores, and I think one of the big ones has over 9 floors of crafting stuff. I'll have to put it into my playlist of YouTube things to watch, and I'll remember and put the link to that at some point. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, I'm creating a playlist because I watch lots of crafty people, so I'm creating a playlist with crafty videos that I've enjoyed watching, if you're looking for something to watch full of other people. So I'll stick some of the going to the Japanese craft stores in there because amazing. Annie arrived 24 minutes late, intrigued to see what you're going to make. Well, it's supposed to be going to be a hare. At some point it will become a hare. I don't think we're going to finish it all up in one session, but yeah. He's kind of fun just now. Pat, World of Wool is only 15 minutes away. Wow. So if I go up in person, I usually end up spending double my budget. The wools are so touchy-feely and the staff are fab. Yeah, I can totally imagine. George, that's going to be life-size. Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? I'm not sure. I've never seen a hare up close, but yeah. A canvas and chroma, your wire wrapping is me trying to sew zippers. Kill me now. Yeah, I can totally understand that. I've not done much sewing, but zippers are quite precise. Right, that is nowhere near well enough felted, but we have to move on a little bit. Okay, so we've got to create space for his hips. Put the needle down. So yeah, so I've got the legs out the way and then I'm bending them in, so we've got a bit of hip action here. Yeah, so we're making his little hocks and then his legs and his big thumpery feet. So it says we can have him standing or sitting hare, so you guys let me know if you want it to be a standing or a sitting hare and I will adapt the look accordingly. But there we go, and a little bit for the shoulders as well. Okay, yeah, that's looking a little more like something with his giant feet. Okay, right, page 3 I think we're on. Take about 1/3 of the cream wool, take about 1/3 of it. That's about that. Splitting into 2, put one aside for later. And I want to roll it into an oval about 10 centimeters by 6. I'm good, yes. Oh, I see what they're doing here. Okay, begin stabbing. And this is cool, this is clever. I'm loving this. Right, so we've made this kind of thing. I've not felted it nearly enough. And now I've got to try and squeeze this through the little opening. I was wondering how the head would be big enough, and it won't be. We've got to make it, it's going out this way. So I should have felted this more, but anyway. This is cool, squeezing the wool through this bit to make his head stick out. Get his ears on the right side. Okay, take little bits of the core wool, which is this. Wrap them over the wire and into the head shape. Okay, yep, gotcha. So we're just gonna wrap some wool around to sort him out a little bit. That's fun. I've never done a head shape like that before. Okay, just gonna quickly felt this, and then what we're doing is we're taking most of the rest of this wool and I'm gonna make it into a giant sausage shape, 22 centimeters long by about 10 centimeters wide. That's about right. Place the sausage under the spine. Right, yes, I can see what they're doing here. We're adding some bulk to the guy. Okay, I think we can add a little bit more. It's sort of starting to look more rabbity, I think. I'm just gonna add a little bit more, and then yeah, gotcha. So then we're going to take this colour and attach it to the hairiness. Okay, cool, right. I'll start doing that, and we can check the chat's moved again. Lily is felting along with us. She's making it up as she goes along, but yours is going to be a mini version. I look forward to see it. I think absolutely a mini version is a good way to go. I would not generally have done one this big, but I'm following rules. I'm following what I'm told to do in the kit, and it's coming together. It's something. It's going to take a lot of smoothing and felting, but yeah, we didn't think something this big. It's never going to be finished in one session, but if we can get a start, then that's cool. Melinda, hi there, first time catching me live. Awesome, thank you for joining us. Lily Tree, chick colours, purple, absolutely. I think a purple chick sounds awesome to me. Lisa, yeah, definitely going to need another session on that, absolutely. Oh, Chocolate, thank you, my little dog is gorgeous, thank you so much. And Rosemary, thank you, love my dogs, thank you so much. I just stuck my needle in here and I don't know where I put it. I really am going to stab myself to death one of these days. Oh, no, that's not that needle. Right, did anyone see what I did with the needle? Oh, I see it. There we go. Gateson girl, hello from Leesburg, USA. Hello there, thanks for joining. Dawn, thank you, loves the dog. Molly, a Bob Ross painting would be very cool. I'm not sure I'll manage it, but I just liked the idea. I'm sure you'll all be kind to me if I do terribly. I've got to stop just randomly putting my needle down and forgetting about it. Lily, what makes something look like a hair rather than a blob? Just asking for a friend. I am not entirely sure myself. It'll come together. The makers haven't let us down yet. They're not going to let us down today. Well, I don't even know how much of what you're following, Lily. But everything you've made's worked so far, so I think so. Oh, Dawn, all of your up-and-coming events have been cancelled. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Molly, you'd guess the ears. Yeah, I think the ears will most definitely finish it off in a good way when we get there. I hope I don't run out of brown wool. I'm sure I've got brown, but I don't think I've got this colour, so I'm going to try and actually pay attention to what I'm doing. It wouldn't be good to run out. Yeah, haven't tackled the ears yet. Yes, I don't think the ears are going to be I don't think the ears are going to be today for me. We might just hopefully get a bit of most of the body done. But it's feeling more like a mammal, at least. Some kind of creature rather than a blob. Canvas and chroma. Yeah, don't go around licking strangers. You heard it here first. Oh, hey, our Prime Minister so far has basically just told us to wash our hands. So I think my advice is more useful. Molly, the sounds better. Cool, thank you. Dawn, a boy got suspended from school for selling a squirt of hand sanitizer for £1. Okay, like, I find it more funny with kids. Yeah, that's entrepreneurial spirit for sure. Choco Mints, your stash is at least like mine and more, but you still needed more. Well, I think if you live close to World of Wool, then absolutely. I'm jealous. Jovan, is it wise to put your shop down for 2 to 3 weeks? It just might need doing. You can extend shipping times and things. What can happen if you put your shop onto vacation, you can lose a bit of momentum. That's absolutely for sure. I mean, at the minute in time, momentum's a little bit less for everybody, so my feeling is you would lose less momentum because everybody else is selling less anyway. But it's more wise than getting, promising, taking sales and then people not getting their items. If you're in an area where you're shut down and you can't go to the shops, you can't go to your post office to send things, it's not so much wise, it's the kind of things that you're doing. Who's Cow? How are you doing? Great, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying, Who's Cow, but yeah, whatever. Thanks, Lily. LD, never seen what you're doing. That's cool crafting. This is needle felting. Yeah, it's. I'm trying to think. It happened. I believe it was. I always want to say it was invented in China when I know fine well it wasn't. It was invented in America. What it is, the industrial process for manufacturing felt sheets involves like a lot of little twisted needles that go down into wool and make a big sheet of felt. And someone had purchased like a small sort of a trial version, a small version of one of these machines with all the needles in to work on her 2D art with wool felt. And it seems her husband just got one of the spare needles and had a play about and discovered you could make 3D felt things with the needle. And then one of their friends took it further and eventually ended up writing a book about it. And yeah, needle felting started. And it's not been going around that long, but creating felt is one of the oldest forms of textile. And then needle felting is one of the newest ways of art. So it's kind of cool. I think it's cool. Anyway, right. Right, so we've got to thicken up the back legs. Thought that was coming. Why am I worried there won't be enough? I'm going to trust the makers. So we're going to build up the back legs slightly to make his big powerful muscles. And then I think we'll kind of probably leave him once I get that smoothed out a little bit, and we'll do the head and everything at a later at a later date, so we can all catch up later. And like I say, I might throw in some extra videos through the week and stuff. Just like I say, I know some of you are stuck in your house and everything, and I think we're going to be getting on shutdown pretty soon as well. So it's just nice to have people to chat to, I think. So that's what I'm thinking of trying. Phoenix Dragon, CJ, hello there. How you doing? Good to see you. LD, yeah, that's how it all comes together. Interesting to see how much you can do with a needle. Yeah, it's kind of magical. For anyone who's not done needle felting before, as I put the needle in the direction that I'm poking the needle in, it sort of mats the fibres together. It catches hold of the fibres and mats them together. Kind of a little bit like dreadlocks or something, on a totally different scale, but I can manipulate the shape by changing the direction of where I poke the needle in, so it creates these 3D sculptures that are hopefully going to look like a rabbit at some point. But yeah, I'm just going to smooth this up, and then we will leave the head and the ears and everything for next time, because I think that could be fun. And also I want to spend a bit of time just firming him up. This is going to take a bit of felting, and I knew that it's such a big project. But if anyone's making these or has made them, I know the makers on their Facebook group love to see what everyone's made, so feel free to share over there. And also we have our little group of Pam Duthie's Crafty Friends, if you want to come over and join in and share what you're making there. Do you know, I think there's bunniness happening. His front paws seem a little short, but I think they're supposed to be. This is the other thing. Usually when I'm making something, I will spend a bit of time printing out pictures from the internet of the animal. I'll often print out a skeleton of the animal, because it's so much easier if you know what the skeleton's like. If you get all the proportions of the skeleton, then adding the muscles and fur on top, and you'll get a decently shaped animal. That's how, when I did the frog, I'd never done frogs before, and I just printed out a skeleton, made my wire armature fit that skeleton, and when you add all the other wool on top, it becomes the animal. So I've not done any studying of hares in a very long time, so yeah, it's all a surprise how it's coming together for me. And it's kind of cool, actually. Like, without me working on it though, his bum's starting to look that looks right as the tail and everything, so it's kind of cool. Molly, weird to hear of craft starting from its industrial version evolving into the hand done version. It's usually the other way around. I know, it's totally weird, isn't it? I did a video on it last year, I think, and you can even get, I didn't because it's very expensive, but you can still on Amazon get the first ever needle felting book. I think I might buy one at some stage, and just see the very first things that people were giving tutorials on, which I think is awesome. But yeah, I'll have to dig out that video again and put that out, because it was super interesting learning about it all. I think, yeah, if I remember correctly, the guy, what he started making was just little felted geodes, where you just use one layer of wool and you felt it into a bowl, cover it with other different colours, and then cut it open and you get a gorgeous rainbow geode. And he just taught the process to one of his friends, and she went and ran with it and made lots of different things. And I think dogs were some of the first things that were made. And then it went over to China, and people there just got so good with it. I'd always thought it had originated in China. Sorry, Mr. He's a little bit giant. So yeah, that I thought it had come from China, but it didn't. It was American, but then went around the world, and people got really good at it. But yeah, I'm not sure if the front legs are too short or not. Oh, and he's right. Lift your chin. There we go. His head was disappearing too, but the back end's feeling bunny to me. Lily, how are you getting on? Is anyone else felting or has created the rabbit hair? Call it a hare, not a rabbit. But yeah, I think so far much bigger than I would usually make these things. But it's kind of cool to do a project of a completely different size from what you normally make. That's certainly a challenge. And I know every time I make bigger items, the big challenge is how to get to different bits. I usually end up with like a foot up my nose as I try and felt something. George, have you ever thought of writing a book on felting? I have done some little PDF tutorials in the past in my Etsy shop, but I don't know, I still, although I've been felting for over a decade now, I still feel there's more experienced people, and also I'm not very good at writing. I'm possibly a little bit dyslexic, and I don't really know much about writing. I suppose maybe it's something I would consider in the future, but I don't know, it's really kind of weird. I feel confident enough to make videos, but making a book sort of, to me, makes it sound like you should know what you're doing. You should be kind of professional or something, and I feel there's so many better people than me out there. There's some artists are just amazing, so I'm not sure. I don't know why. Like, I don't feel videos don't feel quite so professional, which is really weird, because I'm sure there's so many people that write books that would never make a video. Oh, Pat's making some small hairs while watching, but not like this one. Well, nobody's making one like this one. I'm not even sure if this is what the makers had in mind when they made their kit, but yeah, we'll see. I trust them. It'll turn out good. It'll be a hair. It totally will. They've always done us right in the past, so it's just, this is the stages you go through, and it's kind of like, no, I don't think it's going to work, and there's not going to be enough stuff, and I'm doing it wrong, but hopefully not. Oh, awesome, Lily's trying to put up her work in progress. Did I already just say that? So cool, yeah. So I think what we'll do, we'll be finishing up pretty soon, so we'll get to see Lily's work first, hopefully, and then probably time to finish up. And all that I'll do, once we stop, I'll just felt him around some more. I won't add anything, I'll just felt him so he's a bit firmer, and then next time we will work on, I'll get onto the head and the ears and hopefully make him look bunny like. But I think the back end's kind of working, but yeah, we'll get onto the next stages. Oh, Lisa, thank you. Saying I'm good at entertaining you. Oh, I'm glad. It's an interesting way to spend a Sunday afternoon, but I appreciate you all hanging out with me. That's so cool. So thank you so much. George, has the Makerss ever contacted you with regards to your demos? Yeah, I speak to the Makerss quite a lot. That I'm not sponsored by them, and that nothing like that. But yes, they're friends. Friends that I've never met, but friends nonetheless. They very kindly have sent me kits in the past. I decided with their subscription boxes. I decided a couple of months ago that I was going to pay to get their subscription boxes so we could do that together, but they've sent me loads of kits in the past, and they've been absolutely lovely to me. They send me Christmas cards, and I got a little Felter award from them, which was absolutely lovely. And they do, when they know I'm doing a demo, they have been putting them up in their Facebook group and everything. So yes, indeed, the makers are aware of me and I'm aware of them. And yeah, anyone in the UK, by the way, as well, if you haven't seen the Makers, they have their own YouTube channel, but the other thing they do, they get on the tally on Create and Craft quite often and do felting demos there, which is fantastic. Really good for the craft, which I think is cool. So yeah. So yes, they they absolutely have. We are aware of each other. Now, we never did decide, is this going to be a standing or a... I better not go. Well, what is it? In their main picture, he's a kind of jumping in frame. He's a kind of jumping hare, or we can do a sitting hare. So guys, that's the last thing. The last thing I want to ask you, what do you want him to be, sitting or jumping? And I can get him into that position. But apart from that, I think we should be winding this up. Oh, I'm getting covered in rabbit fur. And hopefully Lily's got her little guy up where she's got to. And if anyone else wants to share where they've got to as well, let me know. But yeah, okay, so I can't even show him all at once. He's taking up the whole frame. So far, here's me bunny. Legs are okay. Got a whole lot of felt more to do. I love that way that they did the head. That is pretty cool. But yeah, I'll just work on firming him up, and once he's nice and firm, that'll be our project for next week. Alright, so I'll put him aside. Lily's got her picture up. I'll pretend I'm tidy and pop all these back in the bag so I'm ready for next week, and then we'll pop over to Lily and see what Lily's picture's like, and then I think that will be us wrapping up for the day. But goodness me, that's an hour and a half already. That wasn't all an hour and a half felting because I distracted myself. But let's pop over to the Facebook group. We'll see Lily's picture. I love it when you guys are felting along with me, and even better when we can share it. But yeah, a 2-part project. This like feels all professional, doesn't it? But Pat thinks jumping. Lisa's saying decide in part 2. But his back legs are cute. Yeah, I like the back legs are coming on. I'll just a bit more firming them up. Oh, right, sorry, I've got to share this instead of me just keeping it to myself. But screen, there we go, that should be showing. Lily trees, work in progress. It might be a hare or a naked dinosaur with antennae. That would be an awesome way to go to. But no, I think that's looking good. That's hair-like. I think you've got the face way better than mine. That's so good. And I think your arms are a little bit longer, so that's kind of working. I think my arms ended up a bit too short, but yeah, we can work on it. Yours is adorable. Okay, I look forward to seeing how that turns out too. Awesome, thank you so much. Right, so just winding up, gotta give you the 5 minutes in case you have any questions, and remember, any Etsy questions as well, give us a yell. We'll get them sorted. I've got the next stage of the Pinterest videos coming up soon, but also yes, we've got bunny part 2. Oh yeah, Pat and George are saying jumping would be fun for my bunny. Okay, but yeah, we can sort that out in part 2. And Lisa saying lovely Lily. I agree. I think her bunny's gonna be adorable. I do kind of wish I'd done small size, but I've got to do what I'm given in the kit. Okay, he's fun to play with. Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to smoothing him off and playing with him. I think he's kind of bunny, getting bunny-ish. So we said jumping, so it's sort of like that. Yeah, I'll work on that anyway. Lily's still got to decide on the colour. Yeah, you have an issue with colours. I've seen that. He could end right. Everyone vote. Should Lily's bunny? Well, you said you had no brown. So what colour should Lily's bunny be? Lena saying, "Gosh, it looks so cute for Lily's." I completely agree. It's adorable. And Choco Mints, it's lovely, Lily. Thanks. Okay, guys, I will leave you to your Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, have an awesome week and catch you later.